it's just an update on my Deltec SC 1455 protein skimmer. I've had it now for almost a week. I got it on Monday, it's now Sunday. It is pulling out a lot more than it was before. Let's take off the lid. I've just cleaned the inside of the collection cup, so I disturbed it a little bit, but yeah, so that's about 3 days worth. I cleaned it, I drained it off the other day just using this tap, but it actually come with that. I didn't realise it comes with a drain for it, but literally just get a little tub down here and then take the tube off. It drains off from this point here, and then I also used the turkey base to just squirt some tank water into the collection cup just to wash out any bigger bits. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. It's doing a good job. Just to show you, micro bubbles have reduced quite a lot. Don't know if you can see, most of those bubbles are actually in the back section of the sump. The way this sump actually works is a bit different to most. It comes down through this pipe into 2 filter socks, not that you can really see that, and then it goes underneath this section of the sump through a baffle over the top into this section. There's another section in here which has got nothing in at the moment, goes under that section, as you can just see down here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just underneath, just down here, the water comes along that section up in here. Got my Rafos reactor, goes into this section, along here, over here, a couple of bits of live rocks. I couldn't figure out where to put them in my display, and then over into the return section. I've also, I went to B&Q today and bought, I did have for this section 2 glass panels here, but because it was such thick glass and they were heavy, I was worried that if they do fall in it would crack the bottom of the sump, because this section here is on an angle, because this is supposed to actually have fireballs in it, but I didn't want to use those, so I fitted these 2 filter sock holders, and instead I bought a big sheet of this stuff. I was going to get perspex, but it was a lot harder to cut. You need to do it with a jigsaw, and I thought this stuff would cut a lot easier because it's like just corrugated plastic, and it's actually done a pretty good job, to be honest. This is now completely sealed off. I've installed a fan at the back just to pull air in, and then it will escape around the top of the door when they're shut. It works really well. Got no condensation inside anymore, and then I've also just roughly cut it around this section, so that's all covered, minimised the amount of condensation there. This I couldn't really do anything with here, it's a bit tricky to cut around, but basically just did the opposite to that side, so that section's now enclosed, and then all the way along, so hopefully that will reduce that side of things. And then on the back of the tank up here, I've got these are perspex with little plastic clips on there just to stop it obviously falling in, and that's all the way along the back of the weir section, so hopefully that will minimise the condensation on top. I did have 3 panels of glass, but where I'm using these supports rather than having my T5s suspended on cables, I've put them on these aluminium braces for now, so I haven't got a completely enclosed top half of the sump, but maybe I could use a bit of this corrugated plastic, but maybe I was thinking that might not be ideal because of the light penetration getting through, so I may resort to using like the perspex I've got here, get a bit more of that and then use that, or maybe the other sheet of glass that I've got, see if I can get that cut to the correct sizes, and then obviously I can reduce even more evaporation that way. So that's my evaporation condensation preventative measures the best I can do at the moment, and I may be looking at getting maybe another fluidised reactor, maybe run like another type of like nitrate removing media in there, or maybe like bio pellets or something like that. Yeah, but for now I've got min max for the sump. I'm having to have everything set on the minimum side because this is about 24 centimeters of water here, and that's the maximum that they recommend that skimmer to run in. So that's why I'm running it at this level, and then I've got the auto top off, one there, and then another one there. So that's maintaining that level perfectly, and the skimmer seems to be happy now, and it's doing a good job. So I also got a 6-line wrasse today, and also a Amphius. Can't remember I think it's a scalefin Amphius. But I'll pop into the other room where my quarantine tank is, and I should give you a quick look. Here's the 6-line wrasse just over there. Quite a decent size. They did have a really small juvenile, but I actually thought it'd be nice in my other tank to actually have a decent sized fish in there. So he's doing really well. They've both been eating. He's a bit shy though. He's been as soon as I come in, he tries to hide behind that heater, but if I stand out away from the tank, he does swim around quite active, and he's eating well as well. So that's basically, I'm using this old tank as my quarantine tank, and then tomorrow I'll start dosing some copper. But yeah, they seem quite happy, just very shy at the moment and trying to hide away. I did put these bits of black tubing in so they could hide in, but they haven't been in them yet, so maybe they'll venture into those eventually, and have those in my tank in probably about 4 weeks hopefully. So I'll give you another update then. Cheers.